Hi everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs, and I want to show you how to make this cute card. This is perfect for a teacher or even a student. You equals awesome, me equals grateful. I love that. It is from this set. Let's see if I can get my stamp set closed, called Me Equals Grateful, and it is in the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. It's full of great, really good sentiments. Alright, so let's get started. You're going to need a Whisper White card base, and I used the thick Whisper White cardstock. This is new for Stampin' Up! And it is great for card bases. And I cut a piece of this DSP. Let me just show you this paper. It's called Schoolhouse Designer Series paper, and it's so cute. When I first saw it, all I saw was the bikes. I didn't realize it had all this school stuff in it too. It's very good for kids. It's primary colors. It even has this little writing paper. It's really good. And that's not even all of it. I've used most of it already over here. So it's called, why can't I remember? Schoolhouse DSP. All right, so this is a piece that is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I'm putting it on with my fast fuse. Let's see, I'm going to try to center that. Alright, so now to make our little clipboard, we need a piece of craft that is 4 inches by 3 inches. And I'm going to round the edges with my corner rounder. Make sure I got that one centered. Alright, now I'm going to ink the edges just to give it a little more oomph with some crumb cake ink and a sponge dauber. And I'm just going to quickly go around the edges here. Alright, now to make the clasps up here, the little parts that squeeze together on a clipboard, I have our silver foil cardstock and our scallop border punch, and this is 2 inches wide. It doesn't really matter how long, you'll see why in a second. So we're going to slide that in, punch it, and then I need another one too, so I'm going to slide this one in. If I can get it in. Sometimes if it's just over 2 inches, it's not quite going to fit. Somehow I'm not a great measurer, and that seems to happen to me quite often. Alright, let me get all my scraps out of here. Now, what did I do with it? Well, I thought I had my cutting board here, but I don't. So I'm going to see if I can cut these straight. You're going to put this on your cutting board, and you're just going to cut it off. I don't have an exact measurement for you. Probably at, I don't know, like 3/4 of an inch. And whatever you do, you want to do them the same. Alright, so now I'm going to take one of them, and I'm going to just use my fast fuse to attach it to the top. And then with the other one, I'm going to take a Stampin' Dimensional and put that right there, because it's, you know, it's 2 of them, and they're kind of stuck up like that. Alright, now my Stampin' Dimensional probably should be cut in half, but we're just, for the time's sake, we're going to just leave it like that. Alright, so the next part, you're going to want this stamp. It's called Writing Notes. And I have found that this stamp, I cannot stamp it straight. So instead of stamping it on the paper, I'm going to stamp the paper on it. Alright, so you're going to take your Pacific Point marker, Stampin' Write marker, and we only need about the measurement of the paper that we're going to cut down is 2 1/4 by 3. So really you just want to do about the, I don't know, 1/4 of this stamp up here. Make sure you get all, whoops, I keep doing that, going off that edge. Make sure you get all these lines, and then with your real red, come down like this. Now, take your little white paper and set it carefully on here. Now this paper is bigger than what I need, because I just want to make sure I get it all in there, and then I'm going to cut it down. And I am going to have to stop and get my paper cutter. I can't believe it's disappeared. Alright, so I rubbed it softly with my fingers, and there you can see it stamped it pretty good. Now, alright, so you want to put it on your paper cutter, and we're going to cut it down. First I'm going to cut down right along that line right there, get that off, and then I'm going to measure it. I want it to be 2 1/4 wide. Okay, let's cut off that top part right there. And then it needs to be 3 inches long. Okay, so there we have it. Now this is where I'm coming in to use that sentiment, and I've put both of them on the same block. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let me make sure I've got it in the right direction, and I'm going to stamp it towards the bottom. with my StazOn. All right, so now let's adhere it on here. And since that dimensional is there, we're just going to pop it up a little bit like that, like it's underneath that little clipboard. You know, I got to fix it. I can't stand it. I don't like it. That needs to come over a little bit. What in the world, guys? This only happens when I'm making a video. Okay, you're seeing real life here. Let's get another dimensional. I like to cut my dimensionals in half sometimes with skinnier things. It's so much better. All right, let's do it right. Let's get that on there so that we can't see it, but that it's covering the paper. There we go. All right, that is how you want it. Now, I made a little A+, and I used, this framelit is from the Baker's Box Thinlet collection, and this is a 1 1/4 inch Whisper White circle. So I'm going to put these on here. And then I used my little letters Thinlits, and I think that this number sign comes from the number Thinlits. And I cut them out in basic black. And we're going to make the plus out of the number. And I'm just going to cut off some of this. And, you know, this one's kind of short in the middle, so I'm going to cut it. Let's see, I'm going to cut those sides off. So you can see that's what I have now. And let's trim it down just a little bit more. All right, I think that'll do. Now I'm going to use just a tad of my two-way glue. I'm very, very messy with glue. Let's see if I can keep this. I'm just keeping it real for you guys today. I want you to see what it's really like in my office. All right, so A+. And let me get the dimensionals back. And I'm going to put this over to the side. Now we need to make a little pencil, and I use this. This is one of the, I can't remember, it's like a pick, for a plant. And I'll list in the supply list, guys. I did it in Daffodil Delight. I also did it in Pink Pirouette, and I cut off just that one end. I'm going to adhere that, and then Tip Top Taupe for the pencil part. And I think I'm going to cut that down. Actually, you know what? I forgot. This is what I did. I went like this and cut out little V's, like the pencil has been sharpened. All right. Put that right there. I'm sure you guys can hear my kids in the background. I'm so ready to give their new teachers these cards because that means they're going to be in school again. Yay! All right, little piece, just a sliver, like 1/8 of an inch of silver foil. Whoops. Let's let that dry before we cut it, Erica. All right, so then I'm going to slide this over here like that. Oh, hello. What does our pencil need? It needs the tip. This is a Early Espresso marker. There we go. Now it looks like a pencil. All right, let's slide it down in here underneath this. And I'm going to just put a little bit of that two-way glue to hold it in place. I'm making this project look much more complicated than it is. It really isn't that hard. But for some reason, I'm like all thumbs. Okay, so now let's put it on here. And I'm going to use dimensionals. I cannot help myself. I'm addicted. I love them. Just things just seem flat, haha, without dimensionals. Because they are. All right, and I'm going to just, let's see, you could do it like that, but I think I'm going to do it straight. This guy wants to just not behave today. All right, last part, linen thread. You're going to fold a piece in half, and you're going to use it like one piece. Wrap it around and make your bow. Now the key to a good bow is not to pull that real tight. Straighten these out and then pull it tight. And you can still adjust by putting your finger on that knot. All right, let's do a little trim and a little glue dot. I prefer to do glue dots on these. And right there, and we are done. Super cute. Great way to impress that teacher. Make her a cute little card. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.